Sir, we're not finished yet.
Sprayglo Auto Refinishing and Body Repair. Love your car again.
How do you like these cars? This truck, beautiful paint job. Just absolutely, I mean, looks like it just came off the showroom floor. Actually, they didn't. They just came off the floor here at Sprayglo Auto Refinishing and Body Repair here on Creosote Road in Gulfport. We're going to take you through the kind of the process today, but we're going to introduce you to a couple of the gentlemen behind the scenes here. Of course, we've got Jason, one of the area managers, and the local manager here, Chad. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
Now, y'all been here for a year now.
Right out of year.
Right out of year, and we saw a couple vehicles here, and I know you've got a lot more that you've done, and we were talking, you know, you average about 30 a week on doing
Somewhere in
those.
there.
So let's take them through the process up here. You don't do major stuff.
We don't do heavy collision work. We don't do restorations. We more specialize in the budget paint jobs. You know, getting the car freshened up, looking good again, so that you know you can love your car again.
Exactly. Without having to, you know, you got some minor dings in there. Everybody usually ends up having those. Well, we could kind of walk up through here and show you the process. We got one gentleman here. It's applying a little Bondo to this pickup truck, getting it ready.
So what we do is we bring them in here first, and any body repairs that need to be done, we go ahead and take care of that first. Again, we do dents and dings, minor rust repairs, bumper and fender and headlight swaps. You know, light collision work, but nothing major. We don't do any frame straightening. So we bring them in here first, get all the dents and dings knocked out, get any of that body work taken care of. And once the body work's all taken care of, we bring them over here and we start sanding them down. If the paint's peeling or cracking or anything like that, we go ahead and knock that out, take that down to get those cracks and peeling paint removed, and then the whole thing is...
Now, in a situation like this, do you replace the bumper, or depends on the owner? Or?
The bumper itself is actually fine. That's a flexible part, so that bumper actually flexed. The paint doesn't, so the paint cracks and starts to chip off. The bumper goes back to its shape and it's fine. So what we have to do is just remove that damaged area of paint there and go back with some primer on that, and it'll be good as new.
And of course, you see that he's working on this one here, some minor stuff, doing it by hand. I know some of it's by hand, some of it's by machine.
Right, we use the machine to get the heavy stuff, the peeling, cracking paint, the nicks and scratches, and then the rest of the car is just hand sanded to clean it up and to promote adhesion. You know, everything we do is warranted, so adhesion is key. We guarantee it not to peel, not to crack, not to fade. So everything has to be sanded to make sure that paint sticks.
So it really is basically an assembly line.
It is, and that's what's different about us than most traditional collision or body shops, is that you know, we use the assembly line process to streamline it, to keep costs down. And in order to keep costs down, we turn out more vehicles through the assembly line process rather than putting the car in the shop and having one guy see it through beginning to end. You know, it goes through a process of steps.
Well, there's more to the process here, so let's walk back into the paint room now here at Sprayglo in Gulfport.
So the next step in the process after the car is sanded and cleaned up would be to bring it around here and mask it up. So anything that's not to be painted, we go ahead and we cover that up, so keep the paint off of it.
Now here's an old car, Cutlass Supreme, that somebody loves the classics, so
it's in dire need of a paint job. This is our bread and butter right here. You know, this is our customers. The guy that's got the old car doesn't necessarily have a fortune to put into it, but obviously doesn't want to drive it around like this. So for a couple $100, a few $100, we can get a shiny coat of paint on it, and he can be proud to drive it again.
Well, so once they get it taped off and everything and wiped down, ready to go, then they take it to this huge paint booth. So let's take a look in there.
The next step in the process, we bring it in the paint booth. The booth is exhausted to bring in clean air, filter the clean air, and capture the particles of paint, so that it's, we're not putting as little pollution as possible out through the stacks. But what you see now is he's got a coat of primer sealer on there, and he's beginning to put the first coats of paint inside of the bed of that truck before he goes around and paints the outside. Depending on which paint service you get, he'll apply the primer sealer, the single stage paint, or the base coat, and then the clear coat, depending on which job you got during this step of the process. So everything is applied in there. before it ever comes out, all in one.
Does it just kind of sit in there afterwards for a little bit?
For a little bit. Everything we use nowadays is pretty much polyurethane based. The dry times are pretty quick. It's all chemically cured, so we allow the proper flash times, and then once it's ready, we bring it out here and we bring the next one in. Again, part of that assembly line process is to keep them rolling through. It's our way of keeping the cost down. So
now look at this truck. Ready.
This is one that is one of our lesser expensive paint jobs that's just come out of the booth. It'll finish curing over here before they go to pull all the masking paper off and get it cleaned up and ready for the customer.
That is nice. Absolutely beautiful. And not a flaw. I mean, just sitting there looking at nothing but shiny. Well, let's take you inside and talk about some of the services they do have and, that they provide for you here at Sprayglo on Creosote Road in Gulfport. Tell us about the services, Jason, that y'all do offer to the people.
We offer several different services to try to fit any budget or need that you might have. We have paint jobs starting at $247.
Wow.
And then they go up to $697. And again, we offer bodywork repair services, minor collision, dents, dings, rust, peeling, cracking paint, that sort of thing that we can also estimate on a car-by-car basis.
Okay, and you accept insurance?
We do. We can do insurance work, again, as long as it's minor collision work.
Sure.
Basically, as a rule of thumb, we say if it's drivable, we can fix it if you can drive it in here. If you bring a car in on a tow truck and it's smashed up, we're going to try to refer you to a local collision center that we know is reputable, and a lot of times those local collision centers will do the same with us when somebody comes in and wants an affordable paint job.
Right, right. And you got a lot of colors to choose from. I mean, you've got all these paint chips that they can look at. Want something nice and cherry red or something like that, or you've got books. Can I put a racing stripe on
we
the side of my truck if I wanted it?
We don't do full custom work. We're not a restoration shop or a custom shop, but we can do two-tones and racing stripes and things like that. And we have before and after pictures. Check out our Facebook page, our website, sprayglo.com, and you can see some of our work on there. We've got thousands of colors to choose from, computerized color matching. Sherwin-Williams Paints provides us with a color matching system that we can plug in the color code and match any original color. Or if you're not liking that original color so much anymore, you can sit down and go through books to your heart's content.
Well, you're open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
That's correct.
And closed on the weekends?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll tell you what, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It.
You want to get that old clunker, or maybe your car needs a little TLC, shine it up, looking good, new paint job or something, bring it over here to Sprayglo on Creosote Road in Gulfport.